Good morning, traders. I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist, RJO Futures, downtown Chicago. It's Friday morning here. We're here to talk to you about the grain markets. Okay, we're off to a good start for the year on these grain markets, and the three charts we're going to show you here in the next couple of minutes. You can see we're moving higher here. Certainly a catalyst is China buying U.S. soybeans. That rumor mill's working here and makes soybeans and corn trade higher. Our first chart of corn, you can see I put the 50-day moving average on there, and you can see we're above there. So we started the year corn in dismal shape, not above any moving averages at all. So here we are above the 50-day, and we'll see if this can continue. This is good news for the U.S. farmer. He's got a lot of corn stored, a lot of corn to sell, so higher prices, you're going to see hedging come in from the U.S. farmer. See if you can see this now. You got 3 days of higher highs and higher lows in the corn market, so it looks pretty good. And funds are short in here, so perfect scenario here for short covering rally to continue in these grain markets. Okay, the soybean market. Okay, it's hot and dry in Brazil, so here we are. I got the soybean chart in front of us here. 6 days of higher highs and higher lows. Interesting, and certainly the chatter is China is interested in U.S. soybeans, and as the China-U.S. negotiations continue next week, this will be a positive. You know, we've got government shutdown, so it's kind of interesting. You won't even get USDA announcements of U.S. soybeans exports to China, but we are watching the Pacific Northwest and the Gulf for the basis and the export basis improvement here. So it's hot and dry in Brazil now, and if it doesn't rain this weekend, this strength in soybean is going to continue. This is how bull markets start. And look at this chart of soybeans. Look at all the price discovery up around the $10 level. And perhaps that's where we're headed if it doesn't rain in Brazil here in the short term. Demand is good. We got to get China back on board, and I think that's going to happen here. Keep in mind now the Chinese, notorious negotiators, and they're not always hold to what they agreed to on these trade talks, but still you'll get some headlines next week, and perhaps this can continue to grow the market. Next, now we got a wheat chart here, and you've got 3 days of higher highs and higher lows in wheat. So following along the corn market, the Paris wheat, the Matif wheat that leads these rallies is trading higher here. So perhaps this can continue. Exports is the key in all of these markets. And if exports, say Russia, Ukraine, run out of exports to sell to the world, you might see some of these U.S. wheat exports pick up from U.S. origin. That'd be a good story for wheat here. So, okay, wrapping this up, it's a weekend. We need some rain in Brazil. We're going to need normal rains now in Brazil here moving forward. A lot of these soybeans are going to pollinate the end of January, early February, so critical for normal rain out of Brazil. Everybody have an excellent weekend.